Good morning. In this video, I am going to perform a couple of exercises just to display the work that was done in this week. In the week, I was supposed to create an admin user. This user, we have to show that it is in the group directory and it's got admin sudo privileges. To do that, I had to log into my server, and I am now logged in as El Kumalo, the user. In order to then display or to show that the admin user has sudo privileges, I can do that as a root user. To go into that user, I am going to then type in sudo user, and there I am now logged in as the root user. Then to check in the groups, directory, I'll check admin, and then you can see that admin has sudo next to it, which then shows that that admin user has got sudo privileges. The next thing that I need to prove is to show and display the welcome file that was created in one of the exercises in this week. We use the VI editor to create that file and to type in the information that resides in that file. To then see what's in the file, I'll use the command cat welcome. Now, the statements that we captured were the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog, and there it is, as can be seen. The last exercise to do is to prove that the server is up to date on package updates. To do that, I am going to use sudo apt update. Alright, this takes a couple of seconds to do, but it will then show us that the list of packages that it will read, and it will read all the package lists, and it shows us that there's 4 packages that can be upgraded. Once I see this, I then go on to sudo apt upgrade. Alright, this also takes a few seconds. It reads the list, and on the last statement one can see that it is 0 packages need to be upgraded, 0 manually installed, and 0 to remove. Now that shows us that our package updates and our server is up to date on the package updates. Then the next thing that I have to do is to answer a couple of questions. The first question that we have to answer is the men and info pages. How do these help the Linux administrators? Now, these pages are very important to the Linux administrators because they are essential resources to Linux administrators for providing detailed documentation on commands, on utilities, and how to configure the system. The 2 pages are different, however, in the sense that the info pages is more detailed, has more detailed documentation than the main pages. Info pages have got examples and tutorials, whilst the main pages provide the administrator with the command syntax and options. They provide description of command functionalities and the use of the example of usage. The benefit for the Linux administrator in using these pages is that they can be used as quick references for command syntax and options. They provide an understanding on the command functionality and limitations. They are a very good source for troubleshooting guidance, and also they enhance the Linux administrators' knowledge in Linux system configuration and management. The second question is on what are the two modes of the VI editor. The two modes of the VI editor is the insert mode and the command mode. The next question that needed to be answered is why or which one do I prefer between the Nano editor and the VI editor. In my little experience, I think that the preference will depend on what one wants to use the editor for. However, they both have their pros and cons. The Nano editor is easy to learn and to use. It has an intuitive interface. It's got the keys that the user need to type to do the actions that they need to do. However, it has less customizable capabilities, and it is not suitable for handling large files and complex editing. On the other hand, the VI editor has powerful editing capabilities. It is highly customizable, and it has efficient navigation and search capabilities, and it can support for plugins and scripting. The cons though for VI editor is its steep learning curve, and I've seen that in this week as one has to know which keys to type to move from the insert mode to the command mode. It can handle a complex command set, so it's not very easy to learn. It's quite a steep learning curve for that, and it's not intuitive for beginners. So as I've mentioned, based on the ease of use, I will choose Nano. However, the VI seems to me to be a very powerful editor, so I would say the VI editor is the way to go. Finally, I need to explain the environment and user variables, why they are important. The environment variables are basically set up at the point of installing and developing the Linux system. So they come with system wide settings. On the other hand, the user variables allow for the user to personalize specific settings, so they can write the settings that they want that are more meaningful to them. They allow for customization where the user can override the system defaults, and I think they are important for flexibility, allowing the dynamic configuration of the system, and also for security purposes where the user can store sensitive information securely, like passwords. So those were the questions that I needed to answer, and I have also demonstrated the fact that I have done the exercises. Thank you very much.